welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Vickie. I'm so glad you stopped by and I hope you decide to stay a while and hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a Valentine's Day dinner idea. Okay, typically what my husband and I do for Valentine's Day, I almost always cook at home during Valentine's. We will go out to dinner either before Valentine's Day or after Valentine's Day. Now, there's two reasons for that. First of all, most local restaurants that have a Valentine's special will have it for usually three to 4 days. So you usually have the day before Valentine's, the day of Valentine's, and the day after. That way it sort of accommodates everyone that might not be able to actually go that day. That's why I like to go before or after. And then actually Valentine's Day, which is so crowded out and things, it's just hard to relax and to enjoy yourself. So I like cooking at home. So typically I will do different dishes, and I'll leave a couple pictures up here above that shows some of the things that I've done in the past. Sometimes I will do, for the protein, I'll do either like baked chicken or grilled chicken. I will do salmon, and I will do steak, of course. Today I'm going to be making a oven roasted pork tenderloin. Now, what I'm going to be doing is everything's going to be on this one sheet pan. Let me get some parchment paper and put on here, and it makes cleanup really easy. So I like to use parchment paper so that when I'm cleaning up, it makes it so much easier. And this is one of the dishes that you can make that literally you can put everything on one pan. Like I said, today I'm going to be doing a pork tenderloin. So I'm just going to, and this is already seasoned. This is roasted garlic and herb. I'm just giving you some ideas if you don't want to, you know. I'm not a big meat eater in general. I'm definitely not a big steak eater. If I'm going to have steak, I want filet mignon. I know I'm extra, but that's just the way I am. If I'm going to pay for a steak, I really want a good steak. So I'm going to put my pork tenderloin on this one side here. And there we go. And pork tenderloin, you only have to bake it 25 to 30 minutes per pound at 425. Okay, so we can bake everything on this one sheet pan at 425. Anyway, I've got these little assorted niblet potatoes. These are red and Yukon Gold. And then I've got another bag of the Yukon Gold. And they actually have some in it that looks like they might be a little not good. So I'm going to check them. And we're going to rinse them out too. Sorry. Yeah, there's some of these that are definitely not good. Take them out. My husband is at my son's watching his beloved Bengals today in the playoffs. I hope they win. I hope they win. I really do. These red ones don't look very good. Sorry. I think that these will be okay though for me and him. I think I might add some of these to it as well. We can eat it for a couple days. It won't be a big deal. These look great. No, there's a few in there that don't look good either. Okay. I'm gonna throw these away. Got some bad spots in them. Let me rinse these out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to dump out my potatoes right here on the board with the pork tenderloin. Scoot it over here and we can just do it all together. It's not going to hurt anything. Then I'm going to do, now these potatoes are just the little niblet potatoes. which I think are pretty. Potatoes I've fixed before is like loaded baked potatoes, twice baked potatoes, just a regular baked potato, mashed potatoes with like amped up, and you can do that with like adding cream cheese, sour cream, bacon, chives, some cheese, cheddar cheese to it shredded, different things like that. So that's another way to do it. And then I'm going to add my asparagus. Now, I love asparagus. So the best way to do your asparagus, it has a very woody end, is just snap it, and right where it breaks is where it needs to be thrown away, because those are very woody. Now, you can use these for stock if you want to. I don't, but you can. So when you bend it, it should snap right where it needs to be. You know, the woody end needs to be discarded or used for something else. I like to make steamed broccoli, sauteed broccoli. I love oven roasted vegetables. Every kind of vegetable you can imagine. From butternut squash, zucchini, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, carrots. Oh my gosh, carrots are amazing to oven roast. They're just like candy. So any kind of vegetable you can oven roast, and I swear to you, it just tastes amazing. It's so much better than steaming it, you won't believe it. And all you do is put it on a piece of parchment paper at 425 in the oven for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rinse my asparagus. Okay, I'm going to put my asparagus tips in here. And this, literally, everything is being fixed on one piece of parchment paper in one pan at the same temperature. Now, you know, you can do lots of different proteins, like I said, for Valentine's Day. This is just what I'm doing today. Now, the way that I'm planning on fixing my pork tenderloin is already seasoned. I don't have to do anything to it. My potatoes and my asparagus, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them with some olive oil liberally. Okay. Then I'm going to take some coarse ground black pepper and sprinkle over it. And also on my asparagus, some salt. I don't have any kosher salt or sea salt, but if you do, that would be good. Then I'm going to take my Pampered Chef crushed peppercorn and garlic. Now, you don't have to use their brand. You can use peppercorn, you can use garlic crushed, you can use Italian herbs. I'm just adding this to it. Tell me in the comments, what do you all do on Valentine's Day? Do you typically go out or do you eat at home? When my kids were little and at home, I also cooked for them. And they loved it. I would set the table really fancy with china and candles, and I would always make chocolate covered strawberries because that was their absolute favorite. And I would set the table really pretty. My husband would usually get me flowers, and I would put those on the table as well. And I would make them, you know, things like this. And they loved it. They thought it was so fancy. And I would get usually grape juice or ginger ale and put in little wine glasses. So they thought that was really neat. So that's a thing you can do if you've got little ones and you're in with COVID or just don't want to get out and fight the crowd. That's an idea you can do. And my kids still talk about us doing that. So I'll meet you back here in about 25 minutes and we're going to see what this looks like and what we do next, okay? Okay, I'm back, guys. All right, it has been 25 minutes, and I just tested my pork tenderloin, and it says it's 163, well, 165, the internal temp. And it's supposed to be 160 to be well done. I typically like mine about medium. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Now, I prefer fresh parm, but I don't have any fresh parm. Mine went bad. So, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of parm over my asparagus. I'm going to put it back in the oven for 5 more minutes, and it should be done. And we'll plate it up. I'll show you what it looks like. Ugh. It's heavy. Ooh. We also have to get our pork tenderloin off of the baking sheet. We need to let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes before I slice it up. I'm going to use my electric knife because it makes real pretty cuts. And I'm going to show you how pretty it'll look. I'm going to lay the sliced pork tenderloin in the middle, and then I'll put the potatoes probably on one side and the asparagus on the other, or I'll just put the potatoes around it and fix the asparagus somewhere. I'll show you what it looks like though in about 5 more minutes. Okay, well, I'm waiting for our meat to rest and come to room temperature before I slice, or not room temperature, but cool off. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up our baguette. You just have to heat this in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes on 425. First thing I'm gonna do is get my pork tenderloin off so it can come to rest. I'm gonna lay it right there so it can rest a little bit before I slice it. And then, let's see, the asparagus cooked up fairly small, but it looks amazing. Look at that. So good. I love that. You do want your meat to come to rest about 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't, all the juices will run out of it. All right, so I got everything out of the pan, sliced my meat, and this is what it looks like. I put the potatoes each on the sides and then the asparagus on the ends. And I think it looks amazing. I hope you all like this little cooking tutorial of things that I may do on Valentine's Day. And let me know in the comments below what you do on Valentine's Day. Do you cook at home? And if you do, what kind of dishes do you make? I hope you all have a blessed day filled with lots of love and hugs and kisses from all your loved ones. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye.